Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming to the press conference for Saturday's Golden Contract light heavyweight quarterfinals. We've seen great success with the featherweight and super lightweight divisions already, and now we move on to 175, bigger men, heavier hands, and probably even more drama. It's not really for me to welcome you to Essex, because I've got Mr. Essex himself next to me, the county sheriff, Lee. And Lee, we've been putting on shows in Brentford for the best... Brentwood, sorry. What did I say? Brentford, yeah. Not yet. One day. For the past couple of years, it seems to be going up a gear each time, and that must be a great source of pride for a local boy like yourself.
Yeah, no, it's good. Obviously, Brentwood's a great little venue. Had some big fights there years ago, and obviously for the last 3 years, we've been now quite regularly. So it's good to obviously have a big show like Golden Contract at the Brentwood Centre. We're practically sold out, so it's going to be a very exciting night, and obviously the atmosphere should be through the roof.
Yeah, do hoover up those last few tickets from the boxes or online, but like Lee says, not many left. The draw raised some eyebrows, I think. Obviously got the matchup of the former British champions, some controversial choices made by the blue ball. Sorry, the
Blue balls.
That's it. That's it. So, what did you make of the bouts we've got on Saturday night ahead of us?
I was quite shocked with obviously to get two of the favourites fighting each other. I think they was both shocked as well. But obviously, still stylistically, it's going to be a great fight. Two very experienced fighters. Looking forward to that fight. It's Tommy Philbin versus Serge Michel. Is another great fight. Obviously, Serge Michel is a 2016 Olympian, so he's a very established fighter. Tommy Philbin's coming back from probably the darkest times in his life, but to see him on a big show is great for obviously MTK and great for everyone to see. So I'm really looking forward to that fight. Liam Conroy versus Andre Sterling is probably the fight of the night for me. So stylistic, it's going to be a great fight, and they're both going to go hammer and tongs. And then you've got the big man Stephen Ward defending his WBO European title against Ricard Bolotniks, who's just had a massive win out in where was it, bro? I think it was Latvia. Yeah, against an 18-0 Russian. So it's 4 great fights, and it's going to be a great night. And even the undercard with our 4, we've got 4 debutants on the undercard who all sold 250 tickets plus each. So it's going to be a rammed venue, and it's going to be a great night.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. And let's start straight off with the fighters. Mentioned Tommy Philbin there. He was a late addition, but as with the drama when it comes to these draws, he actually ended up drawing blue ball number 1, which is a gift and a curse. He's unbeaten and from Scotland, and like all the fighters at this table, he leapt at the chance to change his life starting on Saturday night. So Tommy, tell us a bit about how the call came and what was your reaction to it when you realised you're going to be in this massive tournament?
The call came, I actually got asked at the press conference for my last fight a few weeks ago. Jumped at the chance to speak to my coach. My coach said yes, definitely, and I was just waiting on the call. So when I got the call, my missus was actually just off a night shift, and she was in her bed sleeping, and a message came through, and I was like, oh, what an honour, wake up, I'm in it. So I was delighted.
More delighted than her, probably being
Nah, she was as well.
And like we mentioned, you had blue ball number 1 yesterday, and that's almost a chance to throw an insult at someone and say, I think you're the weakest fighter. Yeah. But it's all business here. But what in Serge Michel did... Just explain to us the decision. Why did you fancy that job in particular above the others? I
had a couple of people in mind, and it's just the last week or so I've been looking at Michelle, and I'm like, I've got to beat him. I think I've got to. Styles, my fight's going to gel well, or both our styles are going to gel. And I just thought, I've got to beat him, and he picked a red ball, and I got number 1 blue, so that was my obvious choice.
That was it, job done. Over to you, Serge. Welcome, Willkommen, and he's going to speak to us through his representative, Daniel Todorovic, who's going to kindly translate. Serge, the person who gets chosen first sometimes can use it as a source of motivation, like feeling insulted, that perhaps someone thinks that they're the easiest touch in the lineup. Is that something you will use as motivation?
Siehst du das irgendwo als Beleidigung und das als Motivation, dem zu beweisen, dass die falsche Pick war?
Nein, ich sehe das als keine Beleidigung. Ich meine, ich wurde als Erster gewählt, wie beim Fußballspielen. Also ist man ein guter Mann, ja. Ähm, äh, ich bin zufrieden, so wie es gelaufen ist, ja. Ich wollte den roten Ball ziehen, um, wie gesagt, den Leuten oder mir das zu ersparen, um jemanden auszusuchen. Und ich bin zufrieden, wie es gelaufen ist. Genau so haben wir es uns vorgestellt. Und
So he doesn't see it as an insult, you know, on the playground as a kid when they played football. The first that got picked is the best on the pitch. So yeah, so he sees as plus motivation. And he didn't want to pick anyways. He wanted to have a red ball. He got it because he said, no matter who's going to come, he needs to beat everyone. Because when you don't have the motivation, or if you have doubts in your talents, then it's the wrong tournament to be in. So yeah, he's absolutely positive that he can show a good performance on Saturday.
And specifically about Tommy, did you spend much of last night researching, watching footage of Tommy and trying to work out weaknesses? And if so, how does he win this fight on Saturday?
Hast du jetzt gestern Abend nochmal überlegt, wie du dich schlagen kannst, hier nochmal Kämpfe angeschaut von ihm und dir Gedanken darüber gemacht, wie der Kampf am Samstag ausgehen könnte?
Also ich muss dazu sagen, ich habe gestern gut zu Abend gegessen, hatte eine ruhige Nacht und ich habe mir jetzt großartig keine Gedanken gemacht. Das überlasse ich meinem Team, meinem Trainer und wir stimmen uns kurz vorm Kampf oder jetzt halt noch in den Pratzen darauf ein. Aber ich sag mal so viel mit meiner Erfahrung, mit meiner boxerischen Ausbildung, mit meinen Qualitäten, vor allem mit meiner Stärke, die ich hierher ins Turnier gebracht habe. Sehe ich keinen, der mich hier schlagen kann und von daher bin ich siegessicher und gehe siegessicher in den Kampf morgen.
So no, actually he didn't saw any footage of him because he relies on his coach and his team. He had yesterday proper meal, good big plate of pasta, so he's ready. The weight is good. He sleep good. And he's looking forward to it, and he's ready to beat everyone with his pedigree and with his new strengths, with his new team. He's super motivated to show that he's the best man here in the tournament.
Superb, Danke. So we look forward to seeing that, an Olympian against an unbeaten Scotsman tomorrow night. On to the second fight, as we mentioned earlier, I think Lee mentioned it, two former British champions. I think while the draw was unfolding, I certainly didn't have an eye on this being a possibility, but then once the third pick was made, it was like, oh, who's left? Oh, the two British champions are facing each other. So we're going to start with Bob. Bob, perhaps slightly a forgotten man, I think you said in an interview the other day. But the talent's always been there. Everyone says you're an absolute nightmare to face. I guess Saturday's a big chance to remind people of that talent.
Yeah, talent's there undoubtedly, innit? Always has been. So, just looking at putting a good performance on Saturday and getting the job done.
What do you know about Jose? There seems to be quite a sort of, you've been smiling and laughing with each other about this quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect to draw him in the first round. Obviously, former British champion like myself picked up the belt after I vacated it. But yeah, I mean, I've known about him for a while. I've been around the circuit, around about the same sort of time where I've been, when I was champion, and then he was, above and under the surface. So I've known about him. He's a good fighter. But everyone here is good fighters. Everyone's here off merit, and styles make fights. But I'm confident in my own ability.
Hosea, the hammer also been slightly inactive, avoided and ducked, perhaps as you said the other day. Again, it's sort of a similar chance to blast your way straight back onto the scene in style, starting on Saturday.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity to get back in there, get back in the mix. I think it's going to be a boring fight. Me and Bob, we're both quite awkward, quite. We're in the Who Needs Me club. True. Me and Bob. That's why we've been so inactive throughout the last couple of years. We're hard to beat. It's a shame that we did get drawn against each other, but I'm up to the task, and I think I'm the best boxer in the tournament. So it's just one of them things. It's boxing. It
definitely is boxing. Wily, skilled, both of you, but judging from a recent interview, you said maybe you'll be the fresher fighter, and that Bob's perhaps past it. Is the game plan therefore to sort of tire him out and land what you call the hammer on him late on?
Well, I know Bob's going to be fit. You know, he's always has been fit. But I do plan on putting the hammer on him. I've been wanting this fight for a long, long time. When he was the British and Commonwealth champion, he was fighting in Leeds one time, and his opponent couldn't get a visa. And I just boxed in Newcastle that night. And I said, yeah, I'll take that fight because Eddie was looking for an opponent. I said, yeah, no problem, I'll take that fight. But one reason or another, the fight never happened. That was a good few years ago. That's it, really. It's a fight I've wanted for a while. Just didn't think it was going to happen first round of the tournament, but I was confident that was going to happen at some time in the tournament. So, yeah, that's it, really.
Brilliant stuff. Well, I think everyone's looking forward to that great clash of styles between two guys who've proved themselves and like we said, been champions of Britain. On to another late addition to the tournament, Andre Sterling. Just one defeat on his record, and that was to the now world-ranked Spider Richards. So, Andre, again, a whirlwind few weeks for you, a bit like Tommy Philbin, but you seemed very relaxed yesterday. So, tell us about how the call came and your reaction and what you've done since to prepare.
Well, I think my trainer tried to, I don't know, but my trainer told me there's opportunity in getting in the Golden Contract. Are you up for it? Yeah, he sent me the links, searched at the fight, looked at the fighters that was in it, saw their records and everything. I thought it was a very good and fair opportunity for me to get some exposure and obviously get to win the contract. So I said, yeah, I'll take it.
You could have picked Hosea, but you did choose Liam. What led you to make that decision, and what research did you get done last night?
Really, I don't really have a reason why I chose. What's his? Sorry, I forgot his name. What's his name? Leon Conroy. Yeah, just like, yeah, just a thought, just a eeny, meeny, miny, mo thing, and just thought, you know what, let me just go with Conroy. It's nothing personal. It's business. If Jose Burton does well in his fight, and I'm looking to get through my fight, we'll meet up. I'm not scared to fight anybody. I'm prepared and I'm fit and ready to go.
Good stuff. Yeah, it can't really be personal if you don't know someone's name. So over to Liam. Sterling is in your way. I guess one of the things people were watching for yesterday was the possibility of you fighting Ward after that absolute cracker you had in Belfast. So when he drew a blue ball, were you thinking, oh God, here we go again with Stephen?
I just had no idea. You have no idea what anyone's thinking, do you? But I didn't expect him to pick me. But when he had the ball, he had a little scan round at everyone, and I thought, oh, he might pick me. Yeah, and he took me by surprise. But he never. And we get on and that. So hopefully we'll meet later in the tournament if we get to meet again.
And on Andre, you said yesterday you were happy with being selected by him. So I guess, again, what research did you get in? I believe you're actually underdog with the bookies to beat Andre, so
Yeah.
that's a position you're well used to proving people wrong.
Yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. I think I'm the underdog with the bookies every time. So yeah, I enjoy that. I had a little look at him yesterday because I didn't see much of him before, and I think stylistically this is probably the one in the tournament which will gel and make for a good scrap, really. So I'm looking forward to it. Thankful MTK for getting me the opportunity and putting me in here and putting me in with another top quality lad in Britain and getting to showcase my skills again.
Brilliant stuff. That could well be fight of the night. That's Lee's hot tip. Anyway, so we look forward to that one as well. Our last quarter final on the night will be Stephen Ward against Richard Bolotniks. So I guess mentioning you could have chosen Liam, it's a question of choosing the devil you don't know rather than the devil you do with Bolotniks. Steve?
Yeah, I think so. I think going into the tournament, there was no fighter that I was gunning for, to be honest. I think it's silly using energy to do that because you don't know what ball you're going to get or who you're going to get. Just stood up and went with a gut feeling. Had a couple of hesitations on who I was going to pick, but yeah, happy with who I got.
Good stuff. And with an interview you did yesterday, you said that you didn't want to do research or sort of fall down what you called a black hole of worrying about that too much. Now you do have your target I mean, again, I keep asking everyone the same boring question, but did you watch lots of him last night?
No, not lots. Not lots. I think it's good to have a wee look just to refresh and understand, what there is to expect. But not loads. I think the main thing comes from the coach and the team I have around me. I think, to reiterate someone else, I think it was Sergey said it, when I'm back in the corner relying on the information they give me, and I'll be happy enough.
Good man. And on to Richards. I believe the actual highest ranked contender in this competition, certainly on BoxRec, ranked 22nd in the world, largely due to a fantastic victory over someone Lee mentioned, the Russian Ekimov. So how high is your confidence coming into this tournament off the back of that, Richards?
I'm at 22. Yeah, it's only just numbers. So everyone who is here, very tough guys, very good boxers. I want to fight with everyone in this tournament. I'm happy. Fight with Andrew Ward. He's a champion. Stephen Ward. Andrew Ward.
Yeah, I'll take that compliment. That's
Sorry, Stephen Ward. I saw a fight with Liam. Actually, I think Liam won that fight. So I have 2-3 guys who is one of the best here. Yeah, and I think they have a mistake, or as they say, they're best. So I want to show them they're not correct. So I'm ready, and I will show in Saturday a good fight. It's good tournament. It's a good chance for me.
And on Stephen specifically, lastly, is he much like Andre Ward? What did you learn about him last night?
Sorry.
What did you learn about him from watching him after he picked you yesterday?
Nothing. For one night. We'll see in the second round. The fight will show everything.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, gentlemen. And another great fight there. Superb matchups, all four of them actually. I can't pick winners or which one's going to be fight of the night. I haven't said anything about it. Some professional. So we're going to throw it off. Umar, I need your question in here. We're going to throw open to any questions from the media here assembled. Danny, you got anything?
Don't mean to single me out.
Yeah.
So Liam, you obviously had the big fight with Stephen. I spoke to you earlier. You said you thought on balance, even though you lost by a point on all 3 cards, you thought he deserved the win. How keen are you later in the tournament to get the opportunity for revenge?
Yeah, the competitive side of me, I'd love to get the chance to box him again and finish it off as it was stopped early. But like I say, I wish him all the best, and we'll see what happens.
Hosea, really. Obviously, you've been screaming for a big opportunity, a big fight. Must have been a frustrating period for you. Now you've got that in the Golden Contract live on Sky. Do you feel like there's extra pressure to deliver?
No, there's no pressure at all. I've been wanting big fights for the last 3 years. I just can't get them. This has given me the opportunity to show people why nobody really wants to fight me. So no extra pressure.
Any others? No. We're going to have face-offs, I believe, with all 4 matchups, and then the weigh-in. We're back here at 1 p.m. on the scales tomorrow. Thanks again for coming, everyone. Appreciate it.